Okay, so we're picking up from my family tossed him out of my home, and I should have really just left it at that. Just go ahead, file the paperwork, let it be over with. But no, I had to give him another chance, and we can reconcile and see if we can make this work and all this other shenanigans. Looking back, I should have just went with it, and I can see that now. But when you think you love somebody, and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas are gonna eat you alive, and just like, all right, fine. So I'm not as hard on myself as I used to be, but I just want this completely over with. So he grabbed all those things while I was at work, and he was completely offended. Completely offended. First of all, he's a Muslim, so that's already a touchy subject because this particular guy has a lot of pride. Um, lot of pride. So despite him being in a bad place, he'll never admit that he was in a bad place. And he'll say that everything's my fault instead of taking responsibility of, no, you're a douche and you treat people a certain way. Yeah, they're going to react accordingly. And I guess for some reason, he thinks he's always right about every single little thing until it like completely blows up in his face and he's like, okay, maybe you're right about this. So after a month of no contact, um, I started hitting him up and asking, is any of this real? Did you really love me? Do you even care about me? Um, because if you did, you wouldn't have acted like this, blah, blah, blah. And of course, just like every narcissist, textbook narcissist, he turns it around and say, well, you shouldn't have thrown me out because I was, and all this stuff that doesn't even matter. You know, he basically is now blaming me for the fact that he had to move somewhere else. Because if I didn't throw the old ancient food away, he wouldn't have yelled at me while I was in the hospital. Yeah, yeah, I made the same face. So you got that in the background, and I don't know, it didn't click. I think it's because I was so desperate to want to be married, to want to be able to say, hey, I'm married, I changed my last name, and all this stupid stuff, but also sacrificing myself just for that privilege to say, I'm a married woman. Never again in life. I'd rather be by myself than to have someone abusing me. Um, I, I'm still like in awe that I was so dumb. I wasn't in a good place in my life either. So, I mean, there's no excuse, but also do better. Like, there's no excuse. Okay, so you're not in a good place, so you let somebody whoop up on you. Why? Why? So, he was gone for a while. We decided to reconcile, and he lived on one side of town, I lived on the other. And we would try to meet up and talk, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good because no matter you had more conversation talking to a tree rather than talking to him, because no matter what I said, no matter what I showed him that he did was wrong. Even if I showed y'all the different stuff, y'all would say, "All right, he wrong for that." He still would not admit to it. He wouldn't admit to it. He wouldn't say. He wouldn't apologize. He would maybe. I think he apologized once for yelling at me for losing his paperwork. It wasn't lost. He just didn't look for it because men in their eyesight sometimes it just don't work. And kind of find out, I tore my whole little house apart. It was an apartment, but still, I tore it apart looking for his little funky paperwork that he needed for immigration. And he was just railing, just going off the rails. And I'm like, I don't know where your funky paperwork is. It's yours. You should have it. And I don't know why I have the responsibility of taking care of his paperwork. Because he doesn't know English. That's why. He doesn't speak very good English. That accent is thick. We talking 27 C's thick. So he didn't know what to do, and I'm like, all right, I'll help you. I didn't realize I was the was it the representative or whatever. Anyway, um, it was right there, and he just didn't look for it, or he didn't see it, or his eyes weren't working. I don't know, but he yelled at me for nothing basically, and I'm just like, I should have just taken all the hints back then, and now I'm in this place of got to get rid of him. He's got to go. But he's holding on for dear life and he's trying to find a lawyer and all this stuff. And I'm like, we don't have anything together. We don't have any children. We don't have any property. We don't have any accounts. We don't have anything together. But he knows that if it's over, absolutely over, he's on that first plane back. I told him he should self deport. Sign the paperwork, self deport, get your $1,000, free plane ticket back home. Bye. He won't do it. He wants to stay. I don't know why. He wants to stay. So, next update, I'll tell you about when he left the state finally.